But I like the thought that before God gives up, he may put hooks in and drag us to Babylon. Or there may be thunder and lightning and earthquakes. God does not give up easily. And so long as we're able to turn around and head for home like the prodigal son, he's still there. And Manasseh is one of the best illustrations of this. And as I've often, I'm sure, said here as elsewhere, I love to imagine Manasseh meeting Isaiah in the hereafter. One of the things he did was to kill Isaiah, the gospel prophet, before his conversion. If it's true that Manasseh ordered that the gospel prophet be put in a hollow log and sawn in half, when Manasseh arises in the kingdom, do you think he will be anticipating finding Manasseh there? Will that not be a rare moment when Isaiah one day comes around a camellia bush and runs into Manasseh? I'd love to be listening when they come together. And Isaiah would say, Manasseh, I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. You're the last person I expected to see here. Now, if you were Manasseh, what would you say? Would you rather forget? Would you rather just remember what a wonderful friend you'd always been to Isaiah? It seems to me it would be much more wonderful for both of them to remember. And Isaiah telling Manasseh how pleased he is to see him there, because Isaiah knows that if Manasseh is there, he's not just forgiven. Because if you're just forgiven, you might saw the prophet in half again when he annoys you. If Manasseh is there, Isaiah knows that Manasseh has a new heart and a right spirit and truth in the inner man and can be trusted. So he'd be perfectly free to welcome him. But if you were Manasseh and you had sawed the prophet in half, would you want to say something about it at that meeting? You know, I'm so pleased to see you here and all in one piece this time. Would you want to feel the prophet and make sure he was well knit together? Were there any scars or stitches, you know? I mean, it could be a wonderful meeting. Isaiah, I'm so thrilled to see you and to see you like this. And I can't get over the fact that God would let in somebody like me. I can see why he'd let you in. But to let me in? I mean, if we forget everything, it's going to take so much meaning out of all those meetings in the hereafter. David meeting Uriah. Can you imagine them meeting? Other people. Is there somebody you might meet in the hereafter? Oh, I think that the memory of the whole thing and all this is the evidence, you know. This is the revelation. To remember it will add much more meaning. And you see, we won't be afraid to meet the most desperately wicked people up there, because they won't be there unless they're new people. Why this emphasis on forgiveness? Forgiveness does not make Manasseh safe to have there. Wouldn't make David safe to have there. I mean, he might do Uriah in again. No, everybody up there has a new heart and a right spirit. And if we meet Idi Amin, we'll know he's safe to live next door to. And if Manasseh could make it, I suppose anybody else could. Providing he hasn't passed that point where God says, I am withdrawing my love for you because you're not there to express my love to. You're bent on leaving me. I'll have to let you go. I think the Manasseh story is very encouraging.